Hello and welcome to FlipFlopGaming. This is Dan. Today we are playing Super Metroid. This is on the Nintendo Switch platform. But yeah, we're going to start a new game and do a full playthrough over a few episodes. And if you enjoy the show, please like and subscribe. Alright, starting game.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I first battled the Metroids on Planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader Mother Brain to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. From Metroid 1, though it did not look like that. I next fought the Metroids on their home world, SR388. I completely eradicated them except for a large larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. The end of Metroid 2 on Game Boy. Also did not look like that. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres, so scientists could study its energy-producing qualities. And there's the handoff. Scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek out a new bounty to hunt. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station was under attack. Alright, let's see what's going on here. There's our nice little station. Space Colony. Alright, come down this first elevator. Let's investigate and see what's going on here. So far, nothing's standing out. What seems unusual, except nobody's here. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Presumably that's where the Metroid was. More dead people. This is not looking good. Oh, okay, there it is. Let me just go grab it. Uh-oh. Now, this is the first boss that I can't actually kill. So basically just waits until my HP is low enough and then he'll attack the station. So I'm just gonna get hit to move the story forward. There we go. Alright, he escaped. We got an emergency. Self-destruct sequence is activated. Need to evacuate right now. Got a minute. Alright, shouldn't be that bad. It's pretty small. Things are starting to blow up a little bit. Bits are falling from the ceiling. That's not looking good. And it's tilting, also not looking good. Let's get out of here. And we made it. Well, that's not great for the space station. Alright, back to Planet Zebes, where we were in the first game. This is where the space pirates hang out. Let's see what's going on here again. I do really like the animations in this game. Some ominous, spooky music. Alright. Nothing to do there. See what's going on inside. Seems strangely quiet here. Can't go into a ball yet. Can't do that. Don't have missiles. That's a missile door. Can't go into a ball, so can't do that yet either. Alright, it's all cloudy and misty here. Threading the needle. This might look familiar, like a Mother Brain was here at one point. And an elevator. Alright, let's see where this goes. Alright, what are we looking at? Oh, here we go. Morph Ball. This will open up some other areas we couldn't get to before. This little security eye? I don't know. Alright, let's see what's over here while we're down here. Making use of the ball already. And our first missiles. Now we'll be able to open up some pink doors. So let's see, we got another room to the right here. We'll explore that and see what we can find. We'll get that later. More missiles, great. This does expand our capacity, so we're up to 10. We'll just have to find some more after killing some enemies. And we can see what our gear looks like so far. Doesn't show up missiles, but we've got the Morphing Ball in our miscellaneous category and nothing else because we just started. Alright, let's head back up this elevator and see what's going on back upstairs. Still seems oddly quiet here. Okay, something's activated. We've got some colors, music's changed. Alright, we got some enemies now. Alright, there's our 10 missiles we're looking at. And now we gotta climb all the way back up here. We can't take a shortcut because we can't use gravity to our advantage, unfortunately. So this is gonna take a bit. If I could jump right. Alright, almost there. Hopefully. Yep, here we go. Cool. Back out of that. Alright, now some things are moving. Alright, we got our second missile door. Let's see what's in here. And a map station. So this will fill in some of the map, but not all the map. So we're going to definitely be discovering some hidden areas as we progress through the game, but this is all that they've got stored on their map database, so pretty limited right now. And this is just for Crateria. We'll discover map areas of other parts of the planet. And we did have another Morph Ball area over here, although I think we need, yeah, we can't get through that yet. But fortunately the map did show us a save point, so we'll go ahead and save it real quick. Now, I do happen to know where a lot of enemies are located, so if it looks like I can see the future, I sort of can for parts of the game. Alright, I'm just gonna run. Oops. Alright, let me... Alright, full energy, full missiles. Just in case. Just in case. In the bombs, we can get into a ball. Oh. What's going on here? Okay, well, good thing I filled up all my missiles. Okay, that was a little too close. Maybe I'm rusty. You know it's a problem when your health is critical and the screen starts beeping at you. Alright, well, we have bombs now. So let's just get out of here. Nothing left to do in this little area, so we can just get back out of here. And look at that, we have to use our bombs to get out of here. And one thing we will do, just because I think it's pretty cool, just go back to the ship and save. The ship, fortunately, refills all your energy and missiles, not that we need it. But I do like our ship. It's very cool looking. Alright, I do want to come back down here. There's a couple things I want to get. Not there. So here, now that we have bombs, we can get through. And more missiles. Can always use more missiles. There's a little secret here too. Boop. Now, as much as I don't want to do this, I am actually going to go back down here because there's another secret area, so we can get some more missiles. But at least the way down is quick. You could spend hours searching this game for all the little secrets, but fortunately for you guys, I've already done that. And I won't be 100%ing the game, I'll say that right now, but I will get a lot of items. I do usually get all the energy tanks, not most of the missiles, probably almost all the super missiles, and some other items. I won't give away too much now though. Yeah, you really don't want to... If you miss a step in here, you could be wasting a lot of time. Alright, back out. Alright, we will not need to go back in there for a while. And I'm gonna save it again. This is on the Switch. I can technically do that every time I feel like it, but old habits die hard. And when this used to be on Super Nintendo, something could happen with your cartridge, power could get shut off, anything could happen. You could lose your save progress. Really don't care about getting hit because we get another energy tank. Our first one. First of many. A little bit of a security blanket, which is always welcome. And unfortunately, these guys take missiles. I'm gonna save this door till later. You'll eventually see why, but we'll come back to that. I'm ignoring all these kind of pointless enemies that just get in the way. Sometimes that happens. Another elevator. We are going to Brinstar. I do like the music here. It's a little bit more upbeat. This is the plant area, basically. A lot of new stuff to explore here. Let's just see. I think we can do this right now. Let's see. Oh yes, the map, of course. Alright, so let's see what Brinstar looks like until we fill it in. Okay. some stuff, some random disconnected areas. Great. But lots to explore. We like that. Okay, let's get back out of here. Now those blinking doors, sometimes you have to kill all the enemies in the room. Otherwise they stay gray. Other times it means something completely different, but in a lot of cases it just means kill all the enemies. And this is all I can get in here. I think some speedrunners are able to do stuff like this a lot better, but I'm not going to try. There's a way to skip past the platform and that door there, but we'll come back to it later. Alright, let's hit up another save while we're here. Okay, I think we want to go left first. I don't think we really need more missiles yet. Okay. Now, these creatures generate light, so if you kill them or run into them, you will start, let's just show that. So it's getting a lot darker. So that comes into a play in a few different rooms around the planet. But yeah, best to avoid those. You can freeze them, and I don't think they'll die from that, but yeah, just something to be aware of. Like that. Alright, let's head this way and see what's over here. Just out of frame. I like that. Kind of abusing the game mechanics, but I think it's acceptable occasionally. We'll come back to that later. A lot of parts of this game you can't do until you get other items at a later time, so we'll be coming back to a lot of these places repeatedly, just as we unlock new items. Let's see, so I'm gonna go down first, because I know there's some stuff to get over here. Let me try something. Might be able to... Normally you need grapple for that, but doing wall jumps, we can take some shortcuts in the game, which is pretty handy. Let me see. I think there's another secret around here too. Okay, well we can't do that. Okay, that's an orange door. We can't open that yet. And we can get these. And there is another secret right around here. We'll go grab something else. Sometimes you can kind of tell when there's a secret there because blocks or something might look different. Charge beam, this is very helpful. We can charge, and this is kind of funny. We can just poop a bunch of bombs. And that's a little sneak peek for later. Nothing to do here. I sometimes struggle with that. Yeah, green doors we can't do yet. Okay, so we basically exhausted everything down here. Time to go up. Yeah, the charge beam I don't think really unlocks anything in the game. It's just to help do more damage. Different types of beams will have different effects when you charge them. This one, for instance, just gets a little bit bigger, does more damage, things like that. Another save point. Grab this. Don't necessarily need to save, like I said before, but I like filling in the map, and if I'm in the room, I might as well. Alright, now these, since they continually spawn enemies, I do like to use them to regenerate sometimes. Sometimes it's too tedious for me to care. At least get my missiles back. Close enough. One of my favorite things to do with the charge beam, you can charge and do a somersault jump. You can kill enemies. It's pretty handy. And we've got a little boss fight. So this boss fight I usually find it's pretty safe to stay in one of these corners. This one kind of misses all the little floating particles. So I can just sit here in the corner and chill. I'll get my missiles ready for whenever he comes out of his shell. If you're quick, you can get 2 shots off, but yeah, otherwise you're just waiting. Ooh, close. This one's not too bad. Very predictable. Easy to dodge if you just sit in the right spot. Oh, only one. Yeah, there's a different hit animation and sound if you're not doing any damage. Should be getting close. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay ducked down like this. Fortunately, after all the boss fights, they give you a bunch of missiles and health orbs. There we go. Not too bad. And we're full on missiles. It's an elevator shaft that's missing the elevator. That's great. Well, we're never coming back up here, so. And the super missile. We get less of these throughout the game. They're a lot stronger than missiles. They open different doors. Yeah, and they, which we'll see in a second, but they actually shake. They shake the environment. Alright, this is a good stopping point to conclude our first episode. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.